And our top story at 5:30, Santa Clara County's VTA has just postponed the date for restarting light rail service nearly 2 months after a deadly shooting spree. Good evening, I'm Alan Martin.
And I'm Elizabeth Cook. The transit agency planned to resume light rail service by the end of July, but as KPIX 5's Len Ramirez reports, delays are now pushing that back indefinitely.
Well, the VTA stopped light rail service back on May 26th, the day of the mass shooting here at the Guadalupe rail yard, in which an employee gunned down 9 of his co-workers and then himself. Today, the VTA said it doesn't have a hard restarting date for light rail service, but will be phasing service back in, perhaps as long as over the next 3 months. Nearly 7 weeks after the VTA mass shooting, light rail tracks are still silent. The stations are empty and the trains themselves sit idle.
Yeah, we definitely need the trains back.
For tens of thousands of people who depend on the service, it's been tough to get around.
It's been hectic. It's been really difficult. It's been really hard without the light rails. The light rails are pretty convenient.
Charles Davis had to switch to getting around on a bus, but he says it's not as reliable.
The scheduling is off, and if you got a business to take care of, you usually can schedule it around the light rails, but not around the bus system because the bus systems are too iffy.
But the waiting both for buses and light rail service to resume will go on.
We understand that we have a responsibility to our community, and we are trying to work diligently and compassionately to get light rail service restored.
VTA said it's on the first 2 phases of a 5-point restarting plan, working to make sure all employees will be ready to resume full duties and setting up alternate work sites because of physical damage at Guadalupe and the emotional trauma now tied to that location.
Whether or not we're going to repair and just rebuild what's at Guadalupe or demolish it and start all over again. So we're not at that point just yet.
Other phases will include restarting trains first without customers and then moving to full paid service, possibly sometime this fall. In San Jose, Len Ramirez, KPIX 5.
VTA says staffing will continue to be an issue even after reopening. The agency is actively recruiting and hiring for vital staff positions that have been lost.